Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mad Scientist Brewing Beer Education Series. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the American Pale Ale style, one of the most popular styles in American craft beer. So let's take a look at some of the vital statistics for the style. All right, the style is going to have an ABV of 4.5 to 6.2%, which is going to give it a normal alcohol level. It's going to have an original gravity of 1.045 to 1.060, or 11.2 to 14.7 degrees Plato. It's going to have a final gravity of 1.010 to 1.015, or 2.6 to 3.8 degrees Plato. It will have an international bitterness unit rating of 30 to 50, which is a pronounced bitterness of pronounced. And the SRM is going to be 5 to 10, which is going to be a light gold to a light amber color. Sensory notes for this beer. Looking at the appearance, it's going to have the pale golden to amber color, with a moderately large white to off-white head with good head retention, and is going to be generally quite clear. For aroma, you're looking to have moderate to moderately high hop aroma from American and New World hop varieties, with a wide range of possible characteristics, including citrus, floral, pine, resin, spice, tropical fruit, stone fruit, berry, or melon. None of these specific characteristics are required, but a hoppy aroma should be apparent. There's going to be a low to moderate neutral to grainy maltiness that supports the hop presentation and can show low amounts of specialty malt character like bread, toast, biscuit, or caramel. Some fruity esters from the yeast are optional and up to moderate in strength, as well as having a fresh, dry hop aroma is also optional. Flavor-wise, the hop and malt character is going to be similar to the aroma characteristics. Caramel flavors are often absent or fairly restrained, but are acceptable as long as they don't clash with the hops. Moderate to high bitterness is going to be part of the flavor profile here, but it is a clean fermentation profile. There are fruity yeast esters that can be moderate to none even, although many hop varieties are quite fruity. It's going to have a medium to dry finish, and the balance is typically towards the late hops and bitterness, though the malt presence should be supportive and not distracting. Hop flavor and bitterness often linger on the finish, but the aftertaste should be generally clean, with the fresh dry hop flavor also being optional in the flavor. As far as mouthfeel, this is going to have a medium light to medium body. It will be moderate to high in carbonation, and an overall smooth finish without much astringency or harshness. Characteristic ingredients for this beer. This is going to have a pretty neutral pale malt with American or New World hops being the showcase here. It will have a neutral to lightly fruity American or English ale yeast and small amounts of various specialty malts on occasion. As far as the history of the style, it is a modern American craft beer adaptation of the English Pale Ale, reflecting local ingredients. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale was first made in 1980 and helped to popularize the style. Prior to the popularity of IPAs, this style was the most well-known and popular of the American craft beer styles, whereas modern versions are often just lower gravity IPAs. Comparing this with other styles, it is typically lighter in color, cleaner in fermentation profile, and with fewer caramel flavors than its English counterparts. There's often some overlap in color between American Pale Ale and American Amber Ale, with the American Pale Ale being cleaner and having less caramelly malt profile, less body, and often more finishing hops. There'll be less bitterness in the balance and alcohol strength compared to the American IPA. Lastly, some commercial examples, including the classic Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Deschutes Mirror Pond Pale Ale, Stone Pale Ale 2.0, and more locally, Lone Pine Portland Pale Ale. All right, that covers the American Pale Ale style. Join us again next week, us being just me, and I will see you then. Until next time, cheers.